Trading alone feels normal at first. Quiet room, screen in front of you, no distractions, just you and the market. It feels independent. It feels focused. It feels like strength. But over time, something subtle happens. Doubt grows louder. Mistakes feel heavier. Losses feel more personal. Wins feel empty. And the journey becomes harder than it needs to be. Most traders struggle not because they lack skill, but because they trade in isolation, alone with their thoughts, alone with their emotions, alone with their mistakes. And the mind is not meant to carry uncertainty alone for long periods of time. Don't trade alone, not because you need someone to tell you what to do, but because perspective keeps you grounded. Trading is full of uncertainty. Uncertainty breeds emotion. Emotion grows fastest in isolation. When you trade alone, every thought echoes. Every doubt feels final. Every loss feels like proof. There is no external reference, no reality check, no reminder that what you are experiencing is normal. Trader friends provide context. Context reduces emotional weight. Most traders think they need more discipline, more control, more toughness, but what they often need is connection. Someone who understands the pressure, someone who has felt the same fear, someone who knows what a bad day really feels like. Trading friends don't remove losses. They remove distortion. Distortion is what isolation creates. When you lose alone, the mind exaggerates. It's always like this. I'm not cut out for this. I'm doing something wrong. With trader friends, you hear something different. That happens. I've been there. This is part of the process. Those words don't change the market. They change how you carry the experience. And how you carry experience determines how long you last. Don't trade alone, because isolation feeds ego. Ego grows unchecked when no one challenges it. Wins feel bigger. Losses feel unfair. You start believing stories about being special or stories about being cursed. Both are dangerous. Trader friends bring balance. They remind you when you're overconfident. They remind you when you're being too hard on yourself. They keep you honest. Honesty is protection. Don't trade alone, because silence magnifies emotion. After a loss, silence is loud. The mind fills it with self-talk, regret, replay, what ifs. Trader friends interrupt that loop, not with advice, with shared experience. Sometimes all you need to hear is, I had a day like that too. That sentence alone can stop emotional spirals. Don't trade alone, because learning accelerates through conversation, not technical learning, behavioral learning, how someone handled a losing streak, how someone stepped away at the right time, how someone rebuilt confidence. These lessons rarely come from charts. They come from stories, and stories stick. Don't trade alone, because discipline is easier to maintain when it's witnessed, not policed. Witnessed. Knowing someone else understands your rules makes breaking them harder, not out of fear, out of respect, respect for yourself, respect for the process. Don't trade alone, because isolation turns mistakes into identity. I made a mistake becomes I am a mistake. Trader friends separate behavior from self-worth. They remind you that errors are actions, not definitions. That reminder preserves confidence. Don't trade alone, because motivation fades faster in isolation. There will be days you want to quit, days you question everything, days you feel behind. Trader friends keep you anchored, not by pushing you, by staying in the journey with you. Don't trade alone, because perspective keeps impatience in check. When you're alone, you rush, you feel late, you feel pressured. When you see others progressing at different speeds, time slows down. You stop racing, you start building. Don't trade alone, because the market already challenges you enough. You don't need to fight yourself too. Trader friends don't trade for you. They don't decide for you. They don't remove responsibility. They share the weight, and shared weight feels lighter. This is not about copying trades. It's not about signals. It's not about group hype. It's about community. Community stabilizes emotion. Stable emotion preserves discipline. Discipline creates consistency. Consistency is what survives. Most traders quit silently, alone, not because they failed, but because they carried too much by themselves. Don't trade alone because this journey is already hard and it was never meant to be walked in silence. Trader friends, protect your mindset in ways rules never can. Rules guide behavior. People steady emotion. After a rough session, rules tell you what you should have done. Trader friends remind you that you are still okay. That difference matters more than most realize. When you trade alone, emotions have nowhere to go. They stay inside. They loop. They grow. Fear turns into hesitation. Hesitation turns into missed opportunities. Missed opportunities turn into frustration. Frustration turns into forcing, and forcing empties accounts. Trader friends interrupt this cycle early, not by fixing it, by normalizing it. Normalization is powerful. It tells your nervous system that you are not in danger. And when the nervous system calms, discipline returns. Don't trade alone because isolation distorts time. A losing week feels like forever. A slow month feels like failure. When you talk with other traders, time stretches back to its proper scale. You hear about their slow periods, their setbacks, their pauses. Suddenly, you realize you are not late. You are just early in a long process. That realization slows you down, and slowing down saves accounts. Trader friends also reduce emotional damage after mistakes. When you make a mistake alone, shame grows. Shame makes you hide. Hiding prevents learning. Trader friends turn mistakes into discussion. Discussion turns mistakes into lessons. Lessons turn mistakes into progress. That conversion only happens in connection. Don't trade alone because confidence built in isolation is fragile. It depends too much on results. One bad streak can break it. Confidence built with community is steadier. It's based on shared understanding, shared struggle, shared patience. That confidence survives drawdowns. Trader friends also protect you from false highs. After a big win, isolation feeds ego. You feel unstoppable. You loosen rules. You press too hard. Trader friends ground you. They remind you to slow down, to return to neutral. They don't dim your win. They protect it. Don't trade alone because accountability works quietly, not strict accountability, human accountability. When someone knows your process, you think twice before breaking it, not because you fear judgment, but because you respect the journey. That subtle restraint preserves discipline. Trader friends also help you spot blind spots. We all have them, patterns we can't see in ourselves, emotional triggers, habits, excuses. Others see these more clearly, not to criticize, but to reflect. That reflection accelerates growth. Don't trade alone because encouragement matters more than advice. Advice can overwhelm. Encouragement steadies. A simple keep going on the right day can change everything. Many traders quit one bad week before a breakthrough. Encouragement keeps them in the game long enough for discipline to compound. Trader friends also help you detach identity from results. When you share experiences, you realize wins and losses are common. They stop defining you. They become events, not verdicts. That separation is emotional freedom. Don't trade alone because silence amplifies doubt. Doubt left alone becomes belief. Belief shapes behavior. Trader friends challenge doubt gently. They offer perspective, not pressure. Perspective dissolves unnecessary doubt. Trader friends also teach patience indirectly. You see others waiting, others stepping away, others protecting themselves. Those behaviors normalize restraint. Restraint becomes easier to practice when it's modeled. Don't trade alone because resilience is built together. Resilience is not toughness, it's recovery. Recovery is easier with support, even quiet support, a message, a shared laugh, a reminder that Tomorrow exists. Trader friends don't remove responsibility. They don't make decisions for you. They don't trade your account. They support the part of you that needs to stay calm to execute well. That support is invisible on charts, but it shows up in behavior. And behavior is what the market pays. Many traders believe independence means isolation. It doesn't. Independence means making your own decisions. You can do that and still be connected. Connection does not weaken you. It steadies you. Don't trade alone because this journey is long. Long journeys are easier when shared, not crowded, just shared. One or two people who understand, who listen, who stay. That is enough. Choosing the right trader friends matters more than having many. This is not about joining noise. It is about building alignment. Wrong trader friends can be worse than none at all. People who hype, people who rush, people who trade emotionally and justify it, people who chase excitement. They don't support discipline, they infect it. Don't trade alone, but don't trade with chaos either. The right trader friends value behavior over outcome. They talk about patience, not just wins. They respect stopping, not just trading. They understand that doing nothing is sometimes the best decision. They don't pressure you to act. They don't make you feel late. They don't compare accounts. They compare discipline. These are the traders you grow with. Trader friends should calm you, not stimulate you. If conversations leave you anxious, rushed, or distracted, that's a warning sign. Supportive trader friendships make you feel steadier, more grounded, more patient, not more excited. Excitement is dangerous here. Calm is protective. Don't trade alone, but don't outsource thinking. Trader friends are not leaders. They are mirrors. They reflect behavior. They help you see clearly. They do not replace your responsibility. Healthy trader connections never tell you what to trade. They talk about how they think, how they manage emotion, how they stop themselves. Those insights matter more than any setup. Don't trade alone because shared reflection speeds growth. Explaining a mistake out loud reveals things you didn't see internally. Hearing yourself say it makes it real. Trader friends don't judge, they listen. Listening creates awareness. Awareness changes behavior. Don't trade alone because isolation feeds extremes. Extreme confidence, extreme doubt, extreme frustration. Community pulls you back to center. Center is where discipline lives. Don't trade alone because encouragement keeps discipline alive on quiet days. Not losing days, quiet days, days where nothing happens, days where boredom tests patience. Those days break more traders than losing days. Trader friends remind you that waiting is work, that silence is part of the process, that nothing happening is sometimes the goal. Don't trade alone because perspective prevents emotional spirals. A loss feels heavy when it's yours alone. Shared perspective lightens it, not by minimizing it, by normalizing it. Normalization prevents panic. Panic destroys accounts. Trader friends also help you recover faster, not financially, mentally. Mental recovery is what determines the next decision. Next decision quality determines everything. Don't trade alone because consistency is easier when witnessed, not monitored. Witnessed. Knowing someone understands your rules strengthens commitment, not through pressure, through pride, pride in discipline, pride in restraint, pride in doing the right thing when no one is watching. Don't trade alone because loneliness weakens resolve. Trading already challenges patience. Add isolation and patience collapses faster. Trader friends, share the silence. Silence feels lighter when it's shared. Don't trade alone because quitting often happens quietly. No announcement, no big failure, just gradual withdrawal. Trader friends notice when you're slipping. When motivation drops, when frustration grows, they pull you back before you disappear. Don't trade alone because long-term success requires emotional sustainability, not intensity, not obsession, sustainability. Human connection is part of sustainability, always has been. Don't trade alone because strength is not isolation. Strength is stability. Stability grows faster in connection. This does not mean constant talking. It means knowing someone understands. That understanding reduces pressure. Pressure is what breaks discipline. Don't trade alone because you don't need to prove you can do this by yourself. The market doesn't reward isolation. It rewards consistency. And consistency is easier to maintain when the journey is shared quietly, respectfully, without noise. This is how trader friendships extend careers, not by giving signals, by protecting mindset. And mindset protection is survival. When trader friendships settle into their right place, something important happens. Trading stops feeling like a private battle. It becomes a shared journey of discipline, not shared decisions, shared understanding. That difference matters. You no longer feel like every mistake is yours alone to carry. You no longer feel like every slow period means something is wrong. You begin to see patterns beyond your own screen, patterns of patience, patterns of recovery, patterns of growth that unfold over time. This perspective keeps you grounded. Grounded traders last. Don't trade alone because isolation exaggerates emotion. Connection reduces intensity, not by distracting you, but by reminding you that what you're experiencing is human. Fear, doubt, impatience, they are not flaws. They are signals. Trader friends help you interpret those signals instead of reacting to them. That interpretation is emotional maturity. Emotional maturity is longevity. Don't trade alone because community creates rhythm. When you trade alone, your rhythm depends on results. When results are good, you feel strong. When results are bad, you feel weak. That swing is exhausting. Trader friends anchor rhythm in behavior. They normalize routines, preparation, waiting, stopping, reviewing. These routines stabilize you when results fluctuate. Don't trade alone because shared discipline is contagious, not hype. Discipline. Seeing others stop on time makes stopping easier. Seeing others wait makes waiting normal. Seeing others protect themselves reinforces your own restraint. This quiet influence shapes behavior over time. Don't trade alone because conversation reveals blind emotion. Sometimes you don't realize you're trading from frustration until you say it out loud. Sometimes you don't notice impatience until someone asks one simple question. Why now? Trader friends ask that question, not to challenge you, but to clarify. Clarity dissolves emotional urgency. Don't trade alone because growth needs reflection. Reflection is hard alone. The mind defends itself. It excuses. It justifies. Shared reflection is gentler, less defensive, more honest. Honesty accelerates learning. Don't trade alone because wins feel healthier when they're grounded. Celebrated quietly, not exaggerated, not chased. Trader friends help you stay balanced after success. Balance protects future performance. Don't trade alone because losses recover faster when they are contextualized, not minimized, contextualized, placed correctly within a longer journey. That placement prevents emotional overreaction. Don't trade alone because the market already demands enough discipline. You don't need to add loneliness to the challenge. Loneliness drains resilience. Connection replenishes it. Don't trade alone because motivation ebbs naturally. Trader friends don't push you. They remind you why you started. They remind you of progress you've forgotten. They remind you that slow growth is still growth. Don't trade alone because quitting often feels logical in isolation. Connection reintroduces patience. Patience keeps you in the game long enough for consistency to matter. Don't trade alone because emotional stability is not built in silence. It's built through shared understanding. Understanding reduces pressure. Pressure breaks discipline. Don't trade alone because the journey is long. Long journeys are sustained by steady companionship, not crowds. not noise. Just a few people who understand the weight of waiting, the frustration of losses, the discipline of stopping, the boredom of doing nothing. Those who understand these things help you normalize them, and normalization is powerful. Once trading feels normal, not dramatic, not overwhelming, it becomes sustainable. Sustainable trading compounds, unsustainable trading burns out. Don't trade alone because you don't need to carry everything inside. The market is already heavy. Shared weight feels lighter, not because it disappears, but because it's supported. This is how trader friendships quietly extend careers, not by giving answers, by sharing presence. And presence is what keeps you steady when everything else feels uncertain. Don't trade alone because discipline survives longer in connection than in silence. And surviving long enough is how consistency finally has time to grow.